Hey everybody, what's up? How you guys doing? Good. I wasn't gonna go live, but Sam Gardner messaged me. She's like, "Frank, are you going live? Because I don't go to sleep." And it's been 7 days since I was able to last go live on YouTube. But got a couple things to talk about. Hopefully, you guys can help me fill in all the blanks because I've been kind of in and out of all the Cheeseman world. So quick shout to Sam Gardner, Mariana, Rosie Reyes Rubio, Corina Santos, Inked Up Misty, Ophelia Painter, good to see you. Delia Rodriguez, good to see you, Delia. So let me see if I can put my phone this way. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm trying to. Oh, here we go. All right, guys. So much needed, guys. Much needed. Anyway, so guys, welcome to just another YouTube video, and let's start off from where we left off. So anyway, guys, quick shout out to Molly. If you guys didn't know, we had a Maltipoo poodle named Molly. She was a year old, and last week she passed away. So I was definitely devastated. Not just me, but the whole family was devastated. It was, obviously she was only a year old. So nobody expected for our little furry angel with 4 paws to pass away so suddenly. So obviously me and my wife, my son, my daughter, we were all sad, and so that's why I didn't post anything on Sunday. I didn't really post anything Monday nor Tuesday. It was tragic, guys. It definitely was. If you guys have any animals that you really care for, you guys know what I'm talking about. And so obviously, it was pretty sad. But we're doing a lot better. Give me 1 second. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Danny says, Frank, rest in paradise, Molly. Thank you. And so I guess let me tell you guys, my wife didn't want me to tell everybody. Guys, let me tell you what happened, because when it all happened, it was on Sunday. Molly passed away about 6:30 last Sunday. And I'm doing a lot better, guys. It definitely was pretty hard. And so we have a big backyard. And that's actually one of the reasons when we bought the house that we wanted Molly to have a big backyard that she can run. We wanted her to have a place that she can run and everything. And there's a gate. So like basically the backyard, there's a gate that leads to the outside. And for whatever reason, that gate was slightly open. Um, so she was playing in the backyard. My son was watching TV and everything. And next thing I know, like sometime later, next thing I know, like, Gael is screaming, you know, um, that 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 the dog had gotten outside, and he was crying. He was like hysterical. He's like, "Dad, Molly got run over," and obviously, when he said that, I didn't know what to do, and Molly got hit by a car, and she was a pretty small dog, so there wasn't really much that we could do, and you know, and that was pretty much all everything that happened. It happened very quickly, and Gael was crying. I mean, we were all crying, guys. We were all crying. Um, my wife was in shock. She wasn't sure if the dog was still alive, but she passed away pretty quickly, and there was really nothing that we could do. Um, if there was anything that we could do, guys, because like I know some people are saying that, oh, I don't want to pay the veterinarian or whatever. Um, when you really love somebody, or if you really love an animal, like the last thing that comes to your mind is the cost of like an operation, or when you really care about somebody, like if there's a life or death emergency, the last thing you're gonna ask yourself, oh, let me check my bank account. The first thing you're gonna do is obviously go to the doctor or the veterinarian, and then you'll figure out a way to take care of the financial stuff later. That the first thing that came to my mind, if there was anything that we could do, but I mean, really, there wasn't anything that we could do. Um, Molly was pretty much motionless. She was, her tongue was like, you know, so yeah, it was pretty sad, guys. We were all in shock when it all happened. Um, and yeah, it was pretty sad. It was shocking. It was heartbreaking knowing that our little, you know, and kind of, if you think about it, she was really only a puppy. Like, she only had spotted once, so she was still like a pretty small dog. She was still a puppy, and the thing is, because Molly was always pretty much an inside dog, she didn't know any of the dangers that are out there. She didn't. If you guys remember some of the stories that I used to take, I mean, she would go up against all sorts of dogs. She would go up against pit bulls and start. She would start barking at the pit bulls and everything. Like, she really had no fear of danger. Like, she was very brave. Um, my mom has a couple of dogs, and I mean, she basically um, forced her way to be my mom's number one dog. Believe it or not, my mom has a dog that's 10 years old, and she has a couple. She has another dog that's 7, and but like literally when Molly came into her life, she forced herself not just to be our number one, because obviously we didn't have any pets, but even though my mom has all these pets, like, she literally forced to be my mom's number one pet, even though my mom wasn't the primary owner. And they had a special connection. My mom had a special connection with Molly. It's hard to describe that special connection that she shared with my mom. And once Gael realized, it took him about an hour to it kind of it took him about an hour to kind of understand that there was really nothing that we could do to save Molly's life, because she had already passed away. She passed away very quickly. So the first thing that Gael told me when it all happened, Gael's, he was crying. He's like, Dad, we have to take Molly to grandma's house. That was her favorite place. We have to take her, Dad. We have to go. We have to go. And it's already 8 o'clock at night, right? And I don't live near downtown anymore in Houston. I live a little bit further. I live on the north side, so it's a little bit farther. And I just told Gael, okay, get your stuff. Let's put Molly in a box, and put her in a blanket, put her in a box, and we'll go to grandma's house right now. So um, I call my job. I call my boss, and I'm like, hey, I'm not gonna be able to go into work tomorrow. My dog had passed away, and actually, and I think I've mentioned it before. My boss had actually came over to my house on Saturday, and he actually had met the dog, and so he's like, "Really, which dog, Molly?" He's like, "Yeah, Molly just passed away." So my boss couldn't believe it either, and he had just lost a furry loved one about a month or two ago. So he kind of, and I could tell he was sad when all that happened. His dog was like 10 or 12 years old. So my boss was like, Frank, yeah, no worries. Go ahead and take your time. Let me know if you need anything. But yes, definitely take the day off if you need it. So sure enough, I called my mom, and my mom already my mom already knew that Molly passed away because my son had called her already and told her. So my mom was crying. I'm like, Mom, te vamos a visitar ahorita, vamos a enterrar la perrita. So I told my mom I was gonna go to her house and that we were gonna bury Molly. So sure enough, that's what we did. It was 8:30 in the evening. By the time we got to downtown, it was already like 9 o'clock. So pretty much by 9 o'clock, we had drove to my mom's house, all the way to, Los Fresnos. We got there like at 2 in the morning, 2:30 in the morning. My mom was crying and everything, and it was pretty sad. My mom opened the box and Molly was there, motionless, and my mom was bawling her eyes out. Like I said, like the connection that Molly had with my mom it was kind of real hard to explain. So anyway, so obviously we had um, a short rest at night, and then we woke up in the morning and we laid Molly to rest eternally, and we buried Molly next to Toto, who passed away earlier this year. And I made a live earlier this week, and so pretty much a lot of what I'm saying is I'm just repeating that. But a lot of people may have not seen that earlier live. But if you guys are watching, Molly had passed away 7 days ago, and it is tragic. But most of that heartache, and I'm always gonna carry that heartache with me. Um, we're still grieving and everything, but just that Sunday, guys. Sunday, I was devastated. Monday, same thing. Tuesday, it was very, very, very hard to kind of, you know, just to kind of go day to day. So, but I'm doing a lot better, guys. I'm doing a lot better. Obviously, that's why I didn't want to have guys. That's why I didn't want to have. Believe it or not, it's funny. I didn't want to have Molly in the very beginning when my wife had told me about getting a dog for Gael, because we had gone to Guanajuato last year, and my wife's aunt has a dog, and Guy was playing with the dog. So my wife was telling me on the way back, she's like, "Wait, hey, what if we get a dog for Gael? It's gonna help him." Like having a dog kind of helps you with being responsible and stuff like that. And I kept telling my wife I don't want a dog, because I had a dog long time ago, like 15 years ago, and dogs don't live that long, 10, 15 years on average, and you have to be a lot of responsibilities. So I just kept telling my wife, no, I don't want a dog, I don't want a dog, I don't want a dog. And then I just thought, okay, you want to get the dog, get the dog, but I'm not going to take care of the dog. And so sure enough, we got Molly. She almost passed away actually that first month, but she pulled through, and and then she came home with us, and I want to say it probably took a week or two, but after that week or two, guys, we were inseparable. We took her everywhere. We took her to San Antonio 4 times. She came with us to Monterey. One of the times that we went to Mexico, to San Antonio, she actually fell in the river. My daughter was taking her on the leash, and I kept telling Lucia, "Se te va a caer la perra, se te va a caer la perra." And sure enough, my daughter was walking close to the edge, and Molly fell in the Molly fell in the San Antonio River right in downtown. So I had to get Molly. So that was a pretty funny moment. But yeah, pretty much everywhere we went, guys. Everywhere we went, Molly was with us. We really cared for her. So, you know, if there's anything to gain from all this, guys, is that we really love Molly. Like all of us. Like I love Molly, my wife, my kids, my mom, and most of you also like may have fallen in love with Molly. So it's kind of like she touched a lot of people's lives, not just people that were close to our family. Like a lot of people would send me messages about Molly. That they feel kind of saddened as well. And even though they've never met Molly, but they kind of fell in love by the pictures, by the videos, and everything. So I want to thank you all for definitely caring for Molly, even if you guys didn't know her. But she made our family an actual family, guys. She made our family, you know, be complete. Because I don't know, not everybody has ever had a pet, but for those of y'all that have had one, like it makes your house a home, and that's something I'm not gonna forget. And Molly taught me a lot of things that I'll share with y'all later on. But I guess if there's anything also to take, you know, I know I guess it's not really like a fortunate thing because she passed away. But when Molly passed away, when she got hit by the car, um, and I honestly don't know what I would have done, but Molly wasn't squished. Like you see a lot of dogs that are ran over and stuff. They're squished, from their head, or their guts are everywhere, or there's like blood everywhere. I honestly don't know what I would have done if that was the case. Like I don't know. Like I don't even want to think about it. But I've seen plenty of dogs get hit. I've seen dogs just in the ground with their guts everywhere, with blood everywhere, with their brains like coming out of their skull. It's not a very cute sight. And like I said, I honestly don't know what I would have done if that was the case. But Molly was intact. She was pretty much complete. She just looked like she was just sleeping. She had a little bit of blood. I won't say that she didn't, but we were able to clean her up a little bit. But she was intact. She was. When we buried her, my son got a little plush animal, a peluche, one of the animals that she used to play with, and she just looked like she was sleeping. So that's the only thing I can kind of take from all that, because just imagine, guys, just picking up your furry one after getting hit, and like if there's guts everywhere, brain splattered, like I don't know. I really would hate to imagine that, but at least we're able to, bury Molly whole, and we said a little prayer. You know, Well wrote something on a small letter, and right before we buried Molly, we read the letter, and you know, and then we buried her, and that was that, guys. So anything that has happened, like other anything that's happened outside, all these chismes and everything, I haven't really kept up, guys, to be honest. But obviously, it didn't take long. My wife didn't want, my wife didn't want me to talk about it. Because how people are gonna say things. People are gonna say stupid things, and if obviously that's what happened. My wife, she had posted in some group. Um, she joined a group and about multiple dogs, and my wife had posted the picture and said something like, we're gonna miss her Molly. She was only there for like a year, and it was more like a support group. It was a public group for these type of dogs. My wife joined. She posted a dog, and I guess some of the stalkers that are, everywhere and up our nuts and stuff. I guess they took that and they reported back to headquarters. And the next thing, obviously, I know is that they're making fun of the dog and stuff. Um, but and it's just incredible all the things that I mean. I'm not even gonna repeat some of the things they mentioned, but like if you guys know what I'm talking about, it was just like how can you think like all these things. But then again, guys, these people are sick in the head. You know, some were saying that, like I said, I'm not gonna say anything, but just the few things I could probably say. Some were saying that I couldn't afford taking the dog to the veterinarian. Like, you know, I have a credit card that I could use. So and I have some money saved up. So like, it never was a money situation not taking Molly to the veterinarian. It's just that there was nothing that we could do. She passed away very quickly. If there was even like 1% chance that Molly could be saved, we would have done it. Believe me. You know, but that wasn't the case. Molly passed away very quickly, and unfortunately, she's no longer with us. But yeah, she was a fun dog. All she wanted to do was play. All she wanted to do. Raquel, thank you for the super sticker. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Rubio386 says, Frank, they said that you. I'm not even gonna. I'm not even gonna repeat what Rubio said. It's not anything bad towards me, but if you guys read Rubio's comment, like yeah, like how would they, like I don't even know like what goes through their head. Danny says, Frank, you look sad. I'm sad, guys. Like, believe me, I'm sad, but compared to last week, I wouldn't have even been able to make a live video. Believe me, guys. Last week, there was no way, no chance in hell that I was able to just make a live video and acted like nothing happened. Like, literally, like, there was nothing that I didn't have the strength. Like, I was depressed for like 2 days. I was grieving with the family, and they needed my family needed me for to like they needed me to comfort them, and that's why I didn't really come online. Because when things like Ophelia Painter, thank you very much for the super chat. Thank you, guys. So yes, I'm sad, guys, but compared to last week, I'm a lot better. Believe me. So I'm able to talk about it now because last week I had no way of talking about it. But yeah, these stupid losers and idiots, they're like saying things that they have no clue about. You know, our family knows like how we treated Molly. We treated her like no other dog could be treated. You know, she was an inside dog. She didn't know what being cold was like. She didn't know what being hot was like. She was well fed. She always had water. And I made sure of that. Even if Gael, because I would always get after Gael. I would tell Gael, tienes que darle de comer. Ya comió Molly. Like every time I would get home, I was like, Gael, ya le dice comer a Molly. And I would always get after him because, I love Molly, right? So, I always tell Gael, like, hey, ya comió Molly, and like, yeah, yeah, I already gave her food, Dad. So sometimes I would give her twice, just because, just because I didn't know if Gael actually fed or not. So, she was well taken care of. She, she had no fear of danger, and that's what happened. You know, when up to the very last moment that she passed away, she was a happy dog. She was running. Like when she got out of the house, like she was having fun. We. It's not like she ran out of the house because we were abusing dogs. She ran out of the house because, she saw an opening. She got out, and Gael was trying to get after her, and to her, she was just getting chased. Like it was just another day getting chased, like we've always done when we take her outside and we're watching her. So she didn't know any dangers. She didn't know, you know, that a car could hurt her. She didn't know any of that. All she thought in her mind was, "I'm outside. Catch me if you can." And she was just running around, and obviously she didn't know, and she got hit, and that's what happened. And so yes, we're sad, but like I said, we're doing a lot better. The family's good. My mom's doing a lot better. So we're happy knowing that for at least that whole year, guys, we we have lots of memories together, and most importantly, we have that love for Molly that we're gonna carry forever, and that's nothing that no one can take away. Like no one can take away that from us, and it doesn't matter what the people say. That um, obviously we can't stop them from saying stupid things, but my wife, my kids, my mom, and for the people that actually got to know Molly a little bit, we know exactly what happened, and life moves on. It's sad moving on, but it's a fact of life. And I want to thank the people that reached out to me. There was plenty of people that reached out to me. Like they didn't even ask exactly what happened. That they only wanted to know that I was okay. They wanted to know if the family was okay. They didn't know that Molly had died. I didn't really want to talk about it right away, but a lot of people reached out to me, and the only thing they asked me was, "Frank, are you doing okay? Like, you don't have to tell us what it is that you're going through. We just want to know. We just want to know that you're okay, and that's it." Like, and I appreciate everybody that did reach out to me, guys. And believe me, guys, like just reaching out to me and letting me know that I'm in your thoughts, like it did mean a lot to me because all those things really help. Not talking to nobody is kind of Liz, thank you for the super chat. Vanessa, thank you, also appreciate it. Thank you guys for the super chats and the super stickers, much appreciated. So but yes, all the people that reached out to me, um I want to thank you all because it definitely means a lot. And my wife reached out to you, just a few people, not that many people, but for those of you that do talk to my wife, I want to thank you guys as well because believe me, my wife was heartbroken. She was, and she still is. Like we're still heartbroken, obviously, right? But we're doing a lot better. But it was just like it's one of those things where my wife talks to me, but it always helps to talk to more people. Um, so my wife's watching. Says mi Molly fue más querida en un año que lo que otras en su triste y amargada vida. Love you. So thank you, Shelly. But yeah, guys, whoever reached out to my wife and got to talk to her, I want to thank you guys for doing that, and really want to appreciate that. So but anyway, guys, that's what happened with Molly. We're not, we're not, we understand that in life, by the time that you're born, you have, you're living. Like, I mean, I guess we're all dying in a way, but it's our life, right? Well, we make the best of it, and Molly had the best life for that whole year. So that's all I can do. Like, When she passed quickly. I'm glad that at least she didn't suffer because, guys, I've seen dogs, and it's sad. Like, I've seen dogs maybe not get hit, but I've seen dogs that are lying on the ground and they're still breathing and stuff, and their owners don't know where their dogs are, and it's sad. Just imagine, guys, like it's horrifying just thinking about that. If a dog's suffering and the owners of that dog don't know where their dog is, you know. So at least we got closure. Like, that's one of the things that I kind of think. Like, when me and my wife were driving, as much as it kind of sucks not knowing that Molly's with us anymore, but there's closure with everything that happened. She passed away. There's nothing that we could have done, and even though we all kind of blamed ourselves in the very beginning, um, because obviously when things happen, like, okay, whose fault was it that left the gate open, or if we would have been watching her like constantly or whatever, there was like that blame. But at the end of the day, like, it really wasn't any of our fault. um Even if we were watching her, she probably could have ran, because she's ran plenty of times, guys. Yeah, you guys seen that Molly would always run all the time. So any of those other times she could have passed away also. So I'm at least we got closure in our life. There's lots of dogs and cats that go missing, and it's sad. Like, it's sad knowing that you don't know. Like, you don't know if your dog died, or you don't know if your cat died. You don't know if your dog found a new owner, or your cat found a new owner. You don't know if your dog's getting mistreated somewhere. Um, you don't know if your dog's suffering. Like, all those situations could be happening if Molly ran away and she never was found again. And I have plenty of friends and people that I've seen post online, please help me find my dog, please help me find my cat. And it's sad knowing, like, you don't know where your dog is, you don't know where your cat is. So, as much as it kind of sucks knowing that Molly passed away, but at least we had closure in that aspect, right? So, anyway, um, that's pretty much about Molly, guys. I don't want to make it all about Molly. Thank you, Karina, for your super chat. Really appreciate it. Thank you. But moving past the Molly subject, like I said, there's those stupid individuals making fun of Molly. They're just hard guys. Like, who makes fun of a little dog? You know what I mean? Who makes fun of a little dog that has really, like, obviously dogs are not humans. Like, Molly doesn't have Facebook. Molly doesn't have Instagram. Molly doesn't, Molly's not even a human. Like, why are you picking on a dog? Like, why would you want to wish death on a dog? Why do you get pleasure out of seeing a dog that died? These are things that, it doesn't really, like, in the beginning I used to kind of like, wow, these fucking people, they're kind of, they just do it because they don't like me. But now it's more like, it's more like that's just the type of people that they are, and and the majority of those people, they live in shitholes. These are people that these are people that don't have anything going on in their life. Because if you have anything going on in your life, like, the last thing you're gonna be doing is making fun of a dead dog. But anyway, so guys, I'm gonna need you guys. Danny says, Frank, how's Lucia doing? She must be very sad. Lucia, well, she's only 5 years old, so she knows Molly has died, but she doesn't have that understanding of everything that happened. But of course, you know, Gael is the one that kind of, is Besides, really, we're all hurt. Like my mom's very sad. I'm very sad. My wife's very sad. But Gael, of all people, he's the one that really kind of was hurt the most, or is hurt the most, because the reason we got Molly was really for him. He's the one that named Molly Molly. He's the one that chose that name, um, and he's the one that was with Molly, like literally till the very end. Because when Molly got hit, he picked her up, and Molly passed away in his arms. So obviously, and then of course, guy called me. He's like, "Dad, Molly got run over. She just died." And that's something that literally, like, I mean, I don't even want to think about it, because the more I think about it, I'm probably gonna cry. And I really told myself that I was not gonna cry, but just those words, like just hearing him call me saying, "Dad, Molly just got run over. She just died," and he was crying. Like, I just can't imagine like the pain that he felt. You know, but he's doing a lot better. Gael. He's a strong kid, and I told him, like, when we were driving, that Sunday night to Brownsville from Houston. And we were all taking turns crying. Like, my wife would be crying, and then I would be crying, and then Gael would be crying. But I told Gael, you know what, Gael, we all have to be strong as a family, because when I'm sad, you have to take care of me. You have to you have to be there with me, and comfort me when I'm sad. And same thing for mom. When mom's sad, we have to be there for mom, and we all have to be there for each other, because we're one family. So, he was upset, obviously, with the whole situation. He was, maybe he was feeling remorse or whatever, but he kind of understood that we're all one big family. Um, but anyway, moving forward. But as far as anything else, guys, that's really what happened with Molly. It's a sad situation, and we'll have Molly. We'll carry her. We'll carry Molly's memory, and forever. Anyway, moving on, guys. Moving on. Obviously, I don't want to keep talking about something like that. Um, I had posted. I had posted La Roña's. I had posted a picture of Roña's mom when she had passed away, because that fucking bitch has pissed me the fuck off, literally. Um, and that's the only reason I did it, guys. But and it's not, here's the thing, guys. It's not something I wanted to do, but man, that fucking bitch has fucking pissed me the fuck off, guys. Like, even before I told anybody, or even before my wife posted something about the dog, andaba chingue every fucking day. On Sunday, estaba chingando. Monday, estaba chingando. Tuesday, estaba chingando. Wednesday, estaba chingando. And I'm like, fucking chill. Like, I'm not even fucking online. Like, I'm not even on the internet. I'm not even on the internet. Y andas ahí chingando la madre. So that's the reason I posted it. And now she's fucking pissed that I posted the picture of the mom. But at the end of the day, like, I didn't even post the picture. That picture was on the internet. Guys, you're never gonna see a picture like. Here's the thing. I know my parents. They're not gonna live forever. Me and my mom have talked about it. I love my mom and I love my dad, and yes, there's never, like, you never know when your time with that loved one is gonna be the last moment, because nobody knows. And that's why, like right now, that my mom's kind of like, that she's able to and she's retired. Anytime that I'm able to take my mom or my dad, like my dad's not really like the vacationing type, but every time I get to call my dad, like I call him once a week, I try to. So he doesn't answer his phone all the time. But I do talk to my mom and I tell her, I love her. I tell my dad I love her. I tell my brother, you know. And um, that's why I tell y'all spend as much time as your parents. Like, we're gonna go on vacation in November, and I told my mom, hey, you should come with us. And hopefully she's able to come because there's gonna be a point in time in the future that my mom won't be around. And I know that. I know my mom won't live forever. I know my dad won't live forever. I know my brother won't live forever. But while I can right now, I'm trying to spend as much time with my mom. That's why I always come to the valley right now. You know, because my parents are still alive, and I know that sometime in the near future they won't be. And this bitch is, this bitch literally has said that she has a calendar where she's keeping track every month to ask her, like, every month she says that she has a date where she checks to see if my mom's alive. Like, what kind of person has that in their mind to check every month on a calendar to see if my mom died or my dad died or whatever? You know. So yeah, definitely a ruthless person. But I can tell you guys, like, when I think about, I guess it's not something that people want to talk about, is that now that I'm a lot older, I'm able to understand death more, you know. And when the day comes, guys, like, hopefully I have as many years that I can to spend with my mom. But when the day comes, and I know that day will come, you know, when that day comes, guys, you're not gonna see me any pictures with that are gonna be out there on the internet for everybody to see. My mom in her, casket, or in the grave. Like, don't. If there is any pictures, those are gonna be like personal stuff between my family. You know, and most importantly, you know, we're gonna celebrate a life and not a death, because that's really how it should be. You know, So if that time comes, we will celebrate as a family my mom's life and not her death, because that's the way it should be. And yeah, we're gonna be sad, but my mom's lived a great life, and we've done so many things together. So that's what I could tell you, and that's what these, and that's why, and that's why these people that are hateful, they don't understand that part. But I do hope that, like my wife says right now, I do hope that my mom and dad live as long as they can, and healthy lives, and my wife's parents as well. And when the time comes, then the time comes. But that's for the reason I posted that La Roña's mom, because that fucking bitch has pissed me the fuck off. And then she's like, look, don't you see what they're doing? Don't you see what they're doing? I'm like, bitch, you fucking, like, she literally forgets when all this started. She's the one that had posted my mom. She's the one that started talking about my mom like way long time ago. You know, her and Wanganette were the ones that started talking about my parents for no apparent reason. Talking about, oh look, they don't look happy, bitch. Why are you fucking even bringing my parents up? You know, so all of a sudden she wants to be the victim. You know, but that's the reason I did it, guys. Not because I have anything against the old lady that passed away. Like, I know some people, guys. There were some people that I know. They were like kind of upset with me doing that. And believe me, guys, like there's a difference between me and these other people. I do have a heart, guys. I do have a heart. Like my heart is very big. My heart's very big, and believe me, guys, if I want to be a fucking asshole, I can. Like, believe me, guys, I can. Like, I feel like I have so many things going on in my life that I really can't be the asshole that I could be. You know, because believe me, if I want to be an asshole, like I will be a fucking asshole and I'll be a fucking prick. But I'm not really that type of person. Like, I have a lot of things going on in my life. You know, I have, you know, my job. I have my family. You know, so I need to make sure that my family is good, right? So I just can't be the asshole that I could be, right? So I'm never gonna talk bad about someone's family member that died. You know, I never talk bad about Uncle Frank. You know, her brother that passed away, because I've said it many times before. When you pass away, there's nothing coming back from. Like, you can't come back from being dead. So I've never had talked about Uncle Frank. I've never talked about her mom. You know, obviously, you know, her mom passed away, and you know, God rest her soul. I'm pretty sure she was a good woman. And Cartel de Naka says, Molly had more love in 1 year than entire Ronya's life in her 60 years. And yeah, that's definitely a fact. That definitely is a fact. ¿Qué onda? Guys, my wife's here.
Hey.
Oye, ¿me puedes traer una beer? Tráeme, mira, otras. Please, 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 please. Mitzi Bitsy says, I would never even think about posing for a picture. When my parent passed, everything was a blur. I was numb to everything. I can barely remember details. I was so heartbroken. Oye, te mandan saludos a Filipino. Oye, ¿me puedes traer un beer? Please.
Te vas a enfermar.
No, me voy a enfermar. Guys, when my grandma passed away, and when my grandma passed away in 2008, I think it was 2008. We took a picture, like all of my cousins, but we didn't take a picture with my grandma. Like, it was just right after she got buried. We took a picture because, you know, all of us lived in many different parts, and it was like the first time in a very, very, very long time that we were all together as a family. So we took a picture.
Oye, que te mandé ahí porque alguien mandó ahí.
Es que no puedo verlo ahorita.
No puedes ver un perro.
No. Hold on, guys. My wife's gonna show me something. Alright.
No sé por qué me entró directo.
But yeah, we had taken a picture as a family all together. Um, I wish it would have been under better circumstances, and so that's why we took a picture. But we didn't take a picture with, my grandma in the casket or something. So and I don't even know where the picture is now. Anyway, let's get to. Let me read some of the comments. I was very blessed to have my wonderful parents for a very long time. They were a few months short of their 65th anniversary. Wow. Jose Alvarado says, when my younger brother passed in January this year, I asked my daughters to please not record or take pictures. I just think that's weird. I wanted to remember him alive and not his last picture in a coffin. Um, Here's my take, guys. Like, if you guys want to take pictures with your family, I say do it. Like, I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. But I feel that's more of a personal thing. That's something that should be kept in private. You know, like for example, that picture I took of my cousins. That's a private matter. So, plus the fact I can't find the picture, but even like, I think my cousin has it, and she never posted that picture. And I hope it stays that way. So there's some moments that should be kept in private. Um. Anyway, so other than that, guys, as far as any other cheeseman is concerned, like I literally been away from all the cheeseman. Like I haven't really kept up. I watched a little bit of Ruby the other day. When I was driving yesterday, we were driving to my mom's house. I was able to tune in and I called on the phone. But other than that, I haven't really paid much attention to what's been going on. But at the end of the day, it's the same old, same old. Like there's nothing new that Larone talks about. It's just me and my wife and about everybody else. Dele says, Frank, where are you passing by San? Carla, vamos a pasar con Dele mañana. Dice que nos tiene un regalo. We're going to try to, Dele. I think we should be able to. Raquel Fias says, Frank, my birthday is this month on the 22nd. That was the lady. That was the last time I saw my brother live. He died 3 days later. This month is the hardest ever for me. So, guys, quick shout out to Raquel. Obviously, her brother had passed away. And she's going through a rough stage. But hopefully, you're able to do a lot better, Raquel. Dele says, Frank, my family and I are not accustomed to take pictures of our beloved ones, nor anyone's, not even my daughter in their coffins. That's very disrespectful. you're funny, Vanessa. So anyway, guys, I'm trying to think what else is new. Me and my wife have talked about moving back to Brownsville. So I kind of told her some things that we can work on to make that happen. So hopefully in the next 10 years, we're able to kind of do that. So I told my wife, we have to work on this. We have to like invest money and, make that money work for us. So hopefully in 10 years we have income that's being made from investments that we can make. Because, now that Molly passed away, life feels a little bit different, and we should be near our loved ones. So I told my wife, you know what, like we need to work hard right now for the next 10 years so that in 10 years we can be closer. Dele says, Frank, just in case you don't pass by, I'll give it to you. We should be able to pass by, Dele. We're going to try. We'll call you as soon as we leave. Cartel de Naka says accidents happen. Yeah, accidents happen, and unfortunately, we have them trained as indoor pets. When they do get out, they don't know what the dangers are in the free world.
Molly nomás quería salir a correr.
Yeah, Molly just wanted to run, so yes, she didn't know any outside dangers. And you know, there's funny. There's some dogs there in the neighborhood, like they're old dogs, and like they know when cars are coming. So, I wish Molly had that intuition, but maybe that's part of us not teaching Molly some of those dangers. So yeah, you know, we kind of have some blame a little bit, but um,
Pero aparte, diles que tenía esa personalidad fuerte.
yeah,
¿Verdad? Porque se le ponía al tú por tú. ¿Verdad?
yeah. My wife's saying that Molly had that personality of not being scared, of being fearless. So you know, if you guys have me on Instagram, guys, go on to Instagram, and there's a story of Molly, like it's pinned, and you can watch all the stories I ever made of Molly, from the time that she was little, all like till the very like towards the end, and you can see like she was barking at dogs way bigger than her, like she wasn't
No,
scared.
pero eso fue por ti. Pero ella, cuando iba con tu mamá. No, no, no.
A ver, dilo.
No, que ella cuando iba con tu mamá no le tenía miedo a los perros grandes. Y unos como, pues el cano que es como Rottweiler con, no sé, ¿qué será?
Yeah.
Claro.
So my mom has these two big black. Well, they're not that big, but they're bigger dogs.
No,
And
si están grandes,
yeah,
¿verdad?
well, yeah, they're
Están
kind of big.
grandes.
But yeah, Molly was never afraid of, like, she would literally go up to them and start biting them. You know, almost. Maybe she didn't bite them, but like,
No, sí, sí, o sea, la hubieran, la podían matar, o sea. O sea, no lo hace porque... No, Fran, porque ellos son perros buenos, ¿verdad? Y ellos sabían que Molly estaba jugando, pero Molly se ponía en tu por tú.
yeah. Anyway. So yeah, guys, I guess let's see. Shout out to Mia Bella. Yeah, you know, we feel a little bit guilty, guys. I mean, it's just a natural feeling that sometimes we feel like if there's anything more that we could have done, but you know, but when you think of everything, yeah, I mean, there was really not much that we can do. But
¿Cómo se ponía con Milo?
oh, my mom has a 10-year-old poodle, and like I
No
told
nos deja acercarnos a nosotros.
yeah. So like my mom's dog doesn't let, like when my mom has him, like when she's sitting down and he's on top of her, he doesn't let us get close to my mom. And Molly would like,
A nadie, o sea, no nada más a nosotros, a nadie.
yeah, like pretty much everybody. But Molly would also get with my mom, and she would not let anybody nor that dog get close to my mom. That was pretty funny. Vanessa Cabero says, Frank, shout out to SpongeBob, pobrecito.
Tu almohada.
Oh.
El del meme de ¿qué es eso? ¡Ey! ¡No, Francisco!
Anyway, so guys, let me know what you guys want to talk about. We've been live for about an hour. So if you guys have any questions, let me know. I'll try to answer as best as I can. Mia Bella says, Frank, how are your kiddos doing? They're doing better. Rocky, thank you. And oh, by the way, guys, so I picked up a couple of bottles at Walmart. Guys, I did not know how cheap bottles are compared to United States. Literally, like, there's a liquor store by my house, and all those bottles that I bought, they're at least half price than what I bought them for. Like something that I would buy in, like that Control bottle, which is a orange liquor, that would probably cost me like $50. I bought it for like $30 or $25 in Mexico. Danny says, Frank, I remember when Molly made a run for it at the gas station here in the valley. Oh, Danny, yes, that was in that was at the Raymondville gas station, if I remember. ¿Te acuerdas cuando una vez se me bajó? Yeah, that was at the Raymondville gas station. Delia says, Frank, when a dog first arrives in heaven, he just runs and runs and runs. God gave them fields and fields and fields.
No, yo espero que nos espere.
Yeah. I hope Molly's waiting for us when we pass away. Liz Cantu says, Frank, when Mia was small, she would do the same thing. I was at a PetSmart with her once, and she went with the Saint Bernard. Mind you, Mia is only a Shih Tzu. La,
Imagínate.
tiene 15 años la perrita de ella.
O sea, que tiene como 80 años.
Ya está
80,
viejita.
Milo tiene, dijo tu mamá que tenía
10 años.
Sí, 10 años, pero pues son como 69. Entonces 15 años. Están cerca de 80.
Maria Garcia says, we have dogs, and no matter what we do, they always find a way to get out of the fence once in a while. Yeah, dogs are going to find a way to get out. It doesn't matter if they're a small dog or a big dog. They're going to find a way. Sooner or later, you know, dogs and cats are smart.
Limones de vanilla. Pero es que, ¿qué limones quiere? Hans, stop! Deja esa tía. Ay, Hans.
Okay, ya. ¿Por qué por qué están hablando de limones?
Porque Vanessa dice que quiere limones, pero no sé qué sí. O sea, que
Vanessa, what limones are you talking about? Anyway.
yo pensé que era la polla, ¿no?
Oh, Valley
Ah,
lemons. Yeah.
¿por qué son diferentes?
No sé. Guys, do you guys know what the difference between lemons in general and Valley lemons are? I thought they were the same. Sam Garner says, Frank, fur babies have the most pure souls of all. Yes, absolutely. Guys, dogs are man's best friend. Let's have a poll. Can I have a poll? I don't think I can make a poll here. Damn it. Guys, I'm not able to make a poll on YouTube.
No, nosotros le podemos comprar los limones. Pero
Yeah. By the way, guys, we can buy lemons for Vanessa. Nobody needs to send Cash App money. But anyway, so guys, we've been live for an hour. Like I said, let me know, or if you have any questions, let me know, and we'll try to answer before we call it a night. But I definitely wanted to talk about about Molly a little bit because there might be a misconception out there about Molly. But we would just want to lay all rumors.
Pero es que si ellos piensan lo que tú piensas. O sea, es manchar la memoria de Molly en otro permiso.
Oh, so guys, here's a good question. Let me ask y'all before we call it a night. How soon?
O sea, sí me siento mal, la verdad. Siento como que no la estoy respetando, ¿verdad? Pero
Okay, so guys, how soon is too soon to get another dog when you have just lost a dog? Because my wife's been talking about getting another dog, and I'm not saying no to not getting another dog, but I just tell my wife, like if we are to get another dog right now, I just think it's too soon. I just don't feel like I'll be able to love that dog right away. And, I don't think it would be fair for that dog to not get the love that it deserves.
o sea, la verdad sí siento que Molly nos está viendo y está checando y va a decir, mira, estos desgraciados compraron otro perro.
Oh, so dice Liz Cantú, dice que cuando...
Pues yo quiero salir a agarrar un perrito, quiero un perrito, pero pues también
Dice que cuando tú estés lista de conseguir... Sí. Yeah. I think maybe in 6 months, like 3 to 6 months, I'll be ready for another pet.
Oh, mira, dice el hijo de ella porque
¿Qué?
pues entonces no damos work cross with another type of lemon and they're changing. Yo no sabía eso.
No. No. Dice Maria Garcia says, Frank, adopt a dog in memory of Molly. Guys, I've been telling my wife for a while, why don't we just adopt a dog? So I think
Bueno,
that,
podemos agarrar uno que sea
yeah.
bebé y otro adoptado.
Yeah. I think that's a good idea, guys. I think what we'll probably end up doing is that we'll probably adopt a dog and then we'll.
Mira, dice, and I just gave it to you all multiple ways.
Mm. Mm. Della says Molly wouldn't want you to be all sad.
Pero
So
tampoco alguien ahí luego. O sea, nadie va a estar en su lugar. Nadie va a estar en su lugar.
Vanessa Caballero says Frank adopt a Chihuahua.
No me gusta mucho.
Yeah, guys, I agree with more. I'm not really a Chihuahua person, but
Ni chihuahua, ni salchicha,
guys, no hot dogs. Weenie dogs, sorry.
ni, ni Doberman,
Porque los Doberman tan
no,
bonitos.
ni los, no me acuerdo si los boxers o los pitbull, no,
So yeah, guys, I think we'll end up adopting a dog and then getting a dog that we kind of want. So we'll get 2 dogs. I think that's what we'll do. So thank you guys. But right now,
es que no es así tan fácil, o sea, tener una mascota es caro.
bueno, no es que sea caro, pero
No, sí es caro.
pues tú lo vas a pagar.
O sea, tienes que comprarles las pastillas esas de cada mes. La del corazón y la otra, la de las garrapatas. Y pues la comida, ponle que esa no es tan cara. Pero luego se enferman. Y luego cuando que ya les tocan los exámenes de la popó,
de gusanos.
y del corazón. No, ¿cuál era?
Oye,
Esa será, ponle apenas.
Cala dice Dani Verial si lo podemos adoptar. Danny,
Sale más caro.
Danny, you're a bit too expensive to adopt, buddy. You got too many needs. But yeah, guys, I think we'll end up adopting a dog and getting a dog.
I'm trying to make it feel myself.
But anyway.
Ay, pero es que me dan miedo los Doberman.
Oye, ¿y no quieres adoptar un gato?
No soy experta.
Guys, my wife's not really a cat
El
person.
único gato que hubiera todo.
Yeah, the only cat that we and it wasn't really like my main cat. It was more like my mom's cat. But obviously, we had Toto for a while also.
10,000 gatos.
Ruby tiene como 8 o 10 gatos.
¿Por qué?
Pues no sé. Llegaron ahí a la casa y fornican.
Ay, Francisco.
Anyway, well, guys, I think that's about it. I just wanted to go live for a little bit, let you guys know that me and the family were doing better, and Oh, and I am working on something, guys, soon.
Es que queremos un perrito chiquito porque para viajar con él es menos trabajo.
Anyway, Carmen Escamilla says my tuxedo cat's my world. She's always next to me, and that's what Toto was. He was a great tuxedo cat.
Toto estaba hermoso.
Yeah, Toto was the most beautiful cat that we ever had, and we had 3 cats prior. But Toto was the most beautiful cat and the biggest cat and the longest lived cat.
Dile que nos diga dónde comprar los
Yeah. Dad, tell us where we can buy those lemons because I need some for the bar.
Ah, no paraban eso. Frank, stop.
All right, guys. Let me let you go. Thank you guys for joining us. And more than anything, guys, more than the super chat, guys, and really, I appreciate all the super chats. Appreciate all the super stickers. any cash app that you guys may have sent. But more than anything, guys, really, I do appreciate you guys' support, um, your your very well wishes and everything. People that reached out to me, that really did go a long way. Believe me, guys. So appreciate it, guys. Really does. You know, even if it's just, even if it was just like hanging there, Frank. Literally, just the hanging there. Especially at times that I would read these things because, you know, like now I'm doing a lot better. But like those few days, Monday and Tuesday, and Wednesday, well, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, like there will be times that I would feel okay, but then like just randomly I would just start feeling sad and stuff, and then I would check my messages, and there would be like a message from someone like, "Hey Frank, hang in there." They're like, "Hey Frank, I don't know what it is you're going through, but hey, like, just let me know that as long as the family's okay, then." Yeah. And that really did go a long way, guys. So I want to appreciate all that. Anyway.
Pero es que aparte es lo que yo digo, o sea, cómo supieron? O sea, porque son unos chismosos, porque yo tengo bloqueado a no sé cuántas personas, o sea, entonces, ¿cómo supieron?
Porque te andan estaqueando.
Pues sí, porque se meten en
Yeah. Pero como te digo que like, so guys, I had talked to my wife when that happened, when they found out that Molly died. I told my wife, you know,
O sea, no es porque salimos llorando de que eso haya pasado. Yo no quería que supieran porque ya sabía que se iban a burlar de eso.
yeah, but I had talked to my wife. Like I actually called. I was at work. I said, "Hey, did you know they're making fun of Molly?" Molly like what? But I just told my wife, "Don't worry about it. You know, at the end of the day, there's like we can't change people's opinions." You know, I told my wife, "We know exactly what happened."
Yo tengo bloqueada a esa persona y creo que a toda su familia. Hijos, hermanos, a todo el mundo tengo bloqueado.
Anybody that's named Moreno is blocked on my wife's account, guys. Let's just put it that way. And anyway, but yeah, they were stalking my wife's account, and my wife posted in some group for, you know, like people that adopt these type of particular dogs and stuff, and it's like a support group, and then my wife posted something there.
No, y las tipas también, algunas que yo sé, o hasta de las que me han escrito, a veces yo las he bloqueado, las tengo bloqueadas. Y sí, o sea, pues no, yo no sé ni quiénes son, ¿verdad? Pero de las que he sabido, yo las tengo bloqueadas. Porque pues no tienen otro que hacer. O,
yeah. Mia Bella says, Frank, did the driver that struck Molly stop? Gael says that initially it stopped, and then they took off. So no, they didn't really stop. But,
pero aparte es una calle que en teoría son 20 millas por hora. O sea, ahí tiene el sign que son 20 millas por hora. No debían de haber ido rápido.
Yeah. You know, we can't do much about it now, guys. You know, obviously we wish that people would have drove the speed limit and that would have been avoided. But there's a lot of other things that could have happened to avoid that accident. But, you know, it happened, and that's that. Anyway, so guys, let me let you go. It's midnight. Appreciate all the support, all the love, all the super chats, super stickers. Thank you guys, and I got a lot of things in that's coming. A lot of good ideas that I'm gonna be sharing. Cooking with the Mars is back, guys. ¿Cuándo vamos a cocinar de nuevo?
Ya, tu mamá. Vas a hacer cooking show con tu mamá.
Oh, guys, I have to do a cooking show with my mom, and of course my wife's gonna be there too. She's gonna be holding the camera.
No, it is Again.
No, okay. But anyway, guys, thank you very much. Nos vemos. Manuel, saludos.
Ay, mira nada más. Dios santo, Francisco.
All right, guys. Let you guys go. Take care.